You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and be angry. You do well to be angry, but don't use your anger as fuel for revenge. And don't stay angry. Don't give the devil that kind of foothold in your life. As hard as it may, as hard as it, as hard it, as hard it as may. Well, that's an error in this book. As hard as it might be, you must deal with your anger. Acknowledge that it's there, even if it's buried deep beneath layers of denial. But maybe you think it's not Christian to be indignant, or you've become proficient at stuffing your animosity. Listen, girlfriend, if you've been rejected and can't seem to get over it, anger is likely at the root of your festering wound. It's time to heal that nasty thing so that you're no longer afraid of feeling vulnerable and exposed. Remember, it's not a sin to feel mad. Injustice is supposed to make Christian followers bristle into action. But anger can evolve into resentment, bitterness, or destructive rage if you don't diffuse it. And that most definitely is sin. So here's the prayer. It says, Dear Papa God, I need to deal with this anger I have, and I need your help. Please let me give it to you again and again if need be. And thank you for taking it. Amen.
Now, listen what you were saying. I feel like that way. Yeah, I heard you. No, that's crazy though.
It just shows that we have, feelings are valid, but allowing it to continue on, allowing that feeling to eat you alive almost is like, how do you put it? It's like a vulture. It'll eat at you until you're nothing but bones. Unless you let it go. Unless you let them do whatever they want to do. Let them say whatever they want to say. And give whatever they're doing to God. Because ultimately, we are God's children. And God is the only one who can take those feelings and make you feel at peace.
I was busy, that's what.
You want me to read another one?
Yeah, you can.
I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. Do accept yourself for who you are. Recognize that you are not defined by what you do, but by whom Papa God ultimately designed you to be. And remember, you're a work still in progress. Your actions do not dictate who you are and whether or not you're acceptable to Him. You are. My friend Philip said it well. Your self-esteem is not derived from your performance or how nice your car or house or even how your body looks. Your self-worth comes from the one who created you, and he's already shown you what he thinks of you by sending his beloved only son to die in your place. That's how important you are. Dear Papa God, it's easy. Dear Papa God, it's so easy to be unhappy with myself. Help me to embrace that you've made me fearfully and wonderfully unique. And you love me more than I can comprehend. Amen to that. When Bonnie gave me this book, that, by the way, this is the book that I'm reading out of. It's called Too Blessed to Be Stressed. And I know that you guys have probably seen that I have reposted some videos, and I also posted on my story today. No, I didn't go as live as much as I usually do. Honestly, that is for a reason. First and foremost, I'd like to go ahead and address some things, and also some people. Not sure if they're in here or not, but so this goes out to Kevin's mom and Kevin's cousin. If me speaking about how someone's actions have affected me is a problem to you on my own social media, to the point where you come calling me out my name, maybe there's a problem on your end. That's just the thought for you to think about. And I'm sorry if it made you feel any type of way. I don't understand what the big deal is with me talking about it. Ultimately, this is my platform. I'm not going to be silenced by anyone. If you're going to if you're gonna cuss at me and talk to me crazy, then maybe you should give it to God, because the way that night went down was absolutely uncalled for. I'm not fearful of no one but God. I'm just not. I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful of you or anyone else. As for Kevin's mom, if she doesn't want me living here, she can file for eviction. And we can go through the court process, and we can go through that, in 30 days, if that's what she wishes. Although I do have some other things that are going to be happening relatively soon. So, whatever she wishes, just know that I paid my bills. I've done everything that I can to try and be a decent human being to that person. And I went out of my way and bought her a phone case. I bought her Bath and Body Works. I've been nice to her. I've been really nice. And I'm not saying that she's a bad mom, by no means. I don't talk about other people's moms. I'm talking about the event that happened that night. Yeah, I did. I talked about that. That's just me. That's what I feel, and that's what I felt. And clearly, they've had a problem with me talking about it, because we got phone calls today about it. Which, I had my own apartment before this. So, yeah. If she didn't want me here, she should have never put me on the lease if she didn't want me to be here with Kevin. What do you think that's right or wrong?
It's actually wrong for her to do me like that.
It's wrong for you to do me like that, is what he said. I just think that it's crazy. It's diabolical to think that, Kevin's mom, I like her. I think she's a decent human being. There's some things that she's done and said that have really make me question some things about her. She's very controlling when it comes to the apartment that she pays no money on. I just think that that's wrong. I think that that's kind of BS, and that's my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. And if she didn't like that, then, that's kind of on her. And according to her, I'm a white biatch, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah. So, you know, I guess everybody got their own opinions. I mean, I can't really stop her from having an opinion about me. But me and Kevin are not going to break up. We're not going to stop loving each other because she says something to me crazy. I mean, it's not the first time she called me a biatch either. She actually hugged me twice after she called me a biatch the first time. Which I forgave her. I was like, no, you know what? You're right. Like, I was already having a stressful time at that point. Like, I was already going through a lot in a sense. And, you know, there's just a lot that doesn't get said. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. I understand her feeling of wanting a place to look spotless. I understand her feeling of wanting her son to have the best. I want that for him too. I want him to get a job. I want him to thrive. I want him to eat healthier. I like all the things that she's saying, I've agreed with. I've agreed with majority of what she said. Like, you know, and to call and not just have a decent conversation with the person and say, hey, look, like, I'd appreciate if you didn't do that. But no, instead, I got bashed. And when Kevin stood up for me, it was, I'm not just talking about her, I'm talking about you too. So, I mean, not only was I a bitch, but, I mean, I guess you were a bitch too? For what? I mean, I just don't understand that. When she could say, hey, I'd like to come over and have a conversation. Or, you know, could we talk? Could we talk about it? Like, but instead, it's been nothing but backlash. And I just think that that's, I mean, if that's how she feels, that's how she wants to react to certain things, that's on her. But to also realize that, and you know, this is a public platform. You know what I'm saying? This is a public platform. This is a place where, you know, we don't have any of his family blocked on here. I mean, we kind of expected her to eventually hear about it. I mean, right or wrong? I mean, eventually we expected the backlash from her on it. We actually thought that maybe she'd try to have a conversation about it. I mean, it just doesn't feel like there's any room for conversation when it comes to her. And it's just like, it's really hard because it's almost like, you know, I'm paying my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pay my bills to live here. And to be told to get the fuck out multiple times in front of my kid, in front of my 4-year-old son, that's kind of, it's just almost like, what the fuck? Like, I personally don't understand it. Like, and that's what I'm trying to express, is try to understand, why could she have not had a conversation with me, adult to adult, woman to woman? You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against the woman besides the fact that, you know, it wasn't very, like, I don't know. It's just like her actions really speak volumes, you know? And I don't know if she wants me and Kevin to break up. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. I mean, and babe, we've had these talks. Like, I don't control you. Like, you do what you want to do. Like, right now, you're playing your game. Like, literally, you're playing your game. You play your game whenever you feel like hopping on the game. We clean up together. You're not doing it alone. I just don't understand how I control you. You go hoop when you want to go hoop. Except when you roll your ankle and I'm like, are you sure that's a good idea? Is that controlling? Like, I just don't think that that's controlling. I just think it's crazy to me that, I mean, Kevin's a really quiet person. He's just now using his voice, really. I mean, I'm so proud of him today because he really did stick up for himself and he stuck up for me. And that's way out of Kevin's comfort zone, to be honest. I didn't expect him to say anything. Honestly, I really didn't, babe. Like, I'm sitting across the room over there, and you're like, wait. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, and you're like, don't call her out her name. Like, and it's just like, that's the first time he ever stuck up for me like that to her. And honestly, like, it just is kind of a relief almost, but like, also, like, I get it. It's a rock and a hard place. That's his mom. I'm the person who he lives with. I'm the person he's dating. I'm the person that he intends to marry. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I just want to have a peaceful life. That's all. As long as my bills are paid, like, and I'm not doing anything to harm anyone or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling. I'm literally chilling. Like, I'm not going out of my way to do anything to anyone. Like, I'm chilling in my house. Like, the place where I sleep. The place I put my head. And I don't know. It just is really just kind of blowing my mind. I mean, and to be on someone's head, like, I'm not sure what that meant. Like, she said that she's now on both of our heads, and I don't know to take that as a threat or what to take that as. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't understand. Like, you're on our heads for what? For talking about how we felt about that night, for expressing how I feel. I mean, I'm not sure like what the beef was with that. Like, do you understand it? Like, they don't see you, babe. Do you understand it?
No, not really.
Not really either. Me either. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what I did to them specifically. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it just is crazy work. Like, it's crazy work. It's crazy work. I mean, he's playing his game. We're enjoying our night. We are peaceful. We are calm. We're not hot-headed with anyone. Honestly, like, that night I was just kind of, like, taken by shock that was even happening. And I know that she had some, like, anger towards that. I know she had anger towards the way that I came across. And, I apologize if it came across as bitchy or ungrateful. Because, I mean, it's kind of how she made it. Like, that's kind of how she made me feel. Like, she felt like I was ungrateful for her putting her neck out for us. Which, in reality, we had a 2-bedroom townhouse approved for us in Coldwater. But Kevin's mom really wanted him to be closer to family. And I was like, yeah, you know what? If she puts her neck out on the line, we're paying the bills. Like, okay, that's great. In the beginning, it was kind of cool. Like, we were all kind of getting along until that first argument. And then, that kind of came to a crashing halt because she started feeling some type of way about how my house looked or how our home looked. And, I mean, called me out my name, hugged me twice, and then we kind of resolved that, right? So there was a resolution to that. And that first incident, which I haven't really talked about. I never really talked about that because I felt like that was a peaceful, like, ending. There was a peaceful ending to that. But like I said, it wasn't the first time that night. The night with the police was the first time that there was a police incident. Like, at that point, I felt like my son was witnessing too much, and that's that. Like, I feel like you have to be more cautious. Like, do it while he's at school. If you really have animosity that you really need to get off your chest, do it while my kid's at school. Do it while he's not having to be present. Because, like, talk to me as a woman to woman. You don't have to bring 3 people over here to have a woman to woman conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't, I don't know why. It was almost like a tag team, you know? Like, okay, there's 3 of us against 2 of you. Like, and she knows Kevin at that point wasn't going to use his voice, wasn't going to stick up for himself. And as y'all heard from last night, he didn't want to get in the car. They cornered him into the car. And, you know, he was like, all right, man, all right. He didn't want to go to the hospital. But she was telling the ambulance to take him to the hospital. And they're like, are you the POA of him? Like, is he not able to speak for himself? Like, and that's another thing. Like, and like I said, this has kind of been an ongoing thing where Kevin doesn't really feel like he has a voice. And yeah, as someone who's with him every single fucking day, and, you know, she's going to point out the fact that me and Kevin have only been together for a little under a year. We're going 15 days almost till we're together for a year. Kevin's lived with me for almost a year. Let me point that out. Kevin's lived with me for almost a year. We've lived together for almost a year. And that's kind of crazy that it was kind of that fast, but it was like, you know what? Like, she always points out the fact that I didn't know Kevin. She said, you don't know Kevin, you still don't know Kevin, yada 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 yada. When we could do a Q&A about Kevin and I can answer any fucking question that you have. I mean, like, I don't understand it. Like, and just the same as I can answer questions about him, he can answer the same questions about me. And so, like, I don't think she realized, but, like, the whole time Kevin was in her home, like, in the basement, he was talking to me on the phone every night. And we were on the phone all day, every day, 24 hours a day. Like, he went hooping, we were on the phone. Like, and it was a mutual decision. It wasn't like a forced, you stay on the phone with me, or I'm gonna break up with you. No, he's like, stay on the phone with me, babe, I love you. Like, please don't hang up. Like, I remember one night, I was like, my phone's finna die. He goes, put it on the charger, babe. I want you to fall asleep with me. Like, he would be playing the game just like this, just like he is right now, and he'd have me propped up on the phone. Like, that's how, like, we were literally attached to each other from night one. Literally, I don't know. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Agree. I mean, you could say you don't agree. Do you not agree? Like, I mean, you could tell me, Sierra, you're a fucking lie. Like, am I a lie? Or is it the truth or what?
That's the truth.
I mean, kind of how's your POV of how we first met? Like, how were we when we first met?
I mean,
This
crazy.
is Kev's POV of how we first met.
It's crazy. Like, basically, I was there in that inbox trying to get with her. And I thought she ain't never gonna text me back. And then she's like, I'll better be on this app like that.
God did it.
And then afterwards, we got on the phone together and started talking. Then she literally said that
Oh my god.
The face. Like, really.
Explain why I thought that though.
I had this recorded thing, whatever. But I ain't know what somebody call it. State your name or whatever. And he's like, what the hell? And then afterwards, it was kind of funny. And so I was like, damn. And then it's like, did FaceTime got to say that too?
Yeah.
I said, no, it was FaceTime. Sorry.
It said, hello, this phone number is being recorded. Please state your name after the tone so we can see if this person wanted to answer you. And I was like, damn, like, is this the feds? Like, am I being... I feel like I'm on a jail call. But yeah, okay, so what else happened, babe? POV, how we met type situation. Like, month per month. How do you feel like our relationship has evolved?
I mean, it been rocky. We got through it together, though.
Rocky as in... Like, is it moving and stuff, or like what?
Like moving and stuff. Moving-wise.
Moving was rocky. Yeah, that was kind of rocky because, boy, we had 2 days to try and pack up a whole 3-bedroom apartment, baby. And we barely got everything. And I felt bad for the way that we left that apartment. Okay, because she definitely was mad at me for the way I left the apartment. And I felt bad for the way I left the apartment. I told Kevin we need a couple more days to move. And it was almost like, I have today, and this is the day that we're coming down there, we're getting a U-Haul. That's I mean, it was rushed. Like, we were packing our asses off. I remember staying up, I was crying. I was like, my bag big, man. I can't carry another laundry basket. We had a hella fucking trash bags. It was all around just a fucking mess. It was kind of crazy, to be honest. It was almost like, it was crazy because I had a whole 3-bedroom apartment. Like, I had 3 beds. I had a king-size bed, a full-size bed, and a twin-size bed. I had hella blankets, hella clothes. I mean, it was just everything, everywhere. Like, it was just a lot. Like, then there was, like, mud tracked in on the floor, so she was mad about that. Screaming at me in the car because I shouldn't have had my apartment looking like that to begin with. Which she wasn't wrong. I took the criticism, because she was like, I tell Kevin not to have that apartment looking like that too. Mm-hmm. But like, and like I told her, I said, I appreciate the criticism. And I told her that in the car on the way down the hill. I told her, I was like, I appreciate it. Like, say what you gotta say to me to make me feel like, to kick a fucking move on my ass. Like, if I'm slacking, tell me. Let me know so I can fucking fix it. Yeah. But don't come at me crazy and expect me not to come crazy back. Like, and that's the thing is, like, I'm not trying to come crazy anymore. Like, I'm just not, like, I don't got it in me anymore. My childhood was crazy enough to be able to just, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't, like, last year, that was me. I came crazy at anybody who came crazy at me. And to be honest with you, I just don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to be that person who has to get angry or violent or, anything like that. I want a peaceful life. I want peace. I want to cook my lasagna without having to worry about drama. Oh, by the way, I had a lasagna for dinner. No, I don't want to have to worry about the drama. I don't want to have to worry about being cussed out of my name. I don't want to have to be worried about none of that. And to be honest, I hope that one of them are watching and knows that I apologize if I have offended either one of you by speaking out about how I feel. But ultimately, like I said, this is my platform and I can talk about my feelings and what I have going on in my life. And If you're making yourself a major part of my feelings, then I guess be prepared to be talked about. I don't know. That's not rude. I don't hope that's not rude. But yeah, my feelings are valid. My feelings are important, just as yours are. Your opinions are valid just as much as mine are. And Kevin's mom, if you're watching, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'd love to sit down and have a woman-to-woman chat. I would love to have knowledge that you have, because you're older than me and you have knowledge, right? You have, like I told you, I like to learn. I like to be informed on things. I like informative information, and I like to speak upon things that I know, and when I don't know about them, I try to learn about them, because more knowledge equals more wisdom, and the more wisdom that I learn, I'm only 24, you know what I'm saying? So I hope to aspire to have more wisdom as I grow. I think that I'm going to be getting closer to God. I'm really, 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 really just try to live a peaceful life. But I'd be very much so appreciative if you could avoid coming to the apartment on 10 and not just talking to me like I'm a human being, because I am a human being. And ultimately, having respect for one another is going to be the key to success, because you love your son and I love your son, and you can believe that or you cannot believe that. That is ultimately your decision and your opinion. But your son loves me and I love him, and that's not going to change. Kevin has a lot of flaws just like I do. Kevin's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But there's a favorite saying that I like to say is, God didn't create nobody that's perfect. He created all of us with flaws. We are not perfect human beings. We never will be perfect human beings, which is why his one and only son had to die for our sins. And ultimately, that is a huge blessing. And so, yeah, if you would like to have a conversation, I would be very much so open to it. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to raise our voices at each other. I'd like it to be one-on-one, because I feel like we can get a lot more accomplished that way. And yeah, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that Kevin's grandmother is doing well. And ultimately, I hope your whole family's doing good. Because I love Kevin and he wants y'all to be doing good. Something that maybe you want to talk to Kevin about is, spending more quality time with him as your son. That's just something that was brought to my attention. That's I feel like there's a lot of just negativity in this world, and having people to call whenever you just want to spend time with your family, that's nice. But sometimes even with my own family, they're just not available because they got a lot of other things going on, and that sucks, because it would be nice to have someone to call and talk about my day, or talk about the sky being gray or blue or purple, or whatever Kevin wants to talk about. I just those were obviously smart ass fucking remarks, and I wasn't meaning it as a smart ass, but I was meaning it as, like, what's the word, like, they're just examples. They were just simple examples that came to my brain, even though they might have come off as a smart ass, which I don't mean them to be. by no means. Yeah, I mean, I just think that we all should sit down and have dinner one night. I think that that would be really nice. I will even cook for you if you would like. Um, Also, that baked bean recipe, I would like it. Even though you're mad at me, I still like the baked bean recipe. Because those damn things are good as fuck. And this is Kevin's face while I say that. I got the ground turkey in the refrigerator. And I got beans in the cabinet in there. So if we can sit down and have a talk and maybe have a cookout or something one day soon or something. I don't know, but honestly, the world is just too divided to be at each other's throats. And like I said, if I have offended you in any type of way, I apologize sincerely. That goes for anybody on this app. If you feel like I've offended you or made you feel some type of way, then I apologize. That's kind of it, I think.
Yeah.
That goes for everybody. That goes for everyone. I just want peace. I just want love. I just want joy and happiness. And if this app is being banned in 5 days ish time, I'd like to, be as positive as we can be towards one another. Even if the app doesn't get banned, which it's kind of like a toss up in the air right now. I've appreciated my time here. I have gotten to know a lot of very nice people. I think that there's been a lot of hate against me, and that's okay, because like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Like, Big Man has a basketball on his head, on his character. So, I mean, some of us just need to release. And ultimately, that's that. And my release is talking to you guys. My happiness is getting to chat with you guys. But unfortunately, having my comment section on is a very toxic war zone. So I get to talk to you guys via a screen. And that's pretty much that. I think that's pretty much how I'm feeling. That's pretty much how that has been. But yeah. All right, some Q&As about me and Kevin. So, Bae, you ask me a question, I'll answer, and then I'll ask you a question, and then you can answer. Okay? All right, so you go first. Q&A. Come get a Q&A. What do you think all of our followers would like to know about us? Just start off with simple questions, babe. Favorite color? Okay, so recently it's changed. I actually like the color turquoise a lot. Like a lot. But I've actually started liking the color pink, which is kind of new for me. I've never really been a pink girly, but like pinks, reds, and whites have been my favorite colors recently. Okay, what about you? Favorite color?
Black, red, sometimes blue.
Black, red, and sometimes blue. Okay. Is that count as like a duplicate question, or does that count as like my actual question?
I asked you that.
Like, does that count as my question, and then you ask another question, or can I just ask another question?
Just ask another question.
Okay. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you like to go?
Damn. I have to say. The Bahamas.
So, like Florida? You'd like to go to Florida? Okay. I'm thinking, so I'm going to answer that question. So, if I could travel anywhere in the world, I'd like to go to either Thailand or Japan. And that's because I feel like there's so many cool things to see over there. And their prices really aren't that bad. And I just, like, I've seen some things that are just really fucking amazing about Japan that I really just want to be able to experience one day in life. Okay, your turn, babe. And this is an ink pen, by the way. Gone away. Another question.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? Steak tacos. Steak tacos are my favorite food. Steak tacos. Yeah. What about you?
I'd say
I'd like to revise the question. What's your favorite food that I make you? Yeah, list your top 5 favorite meals that I make you.
Top 5 is crazy.
Top 5, because we've done this before, and I want to see if they've changed. We've actually had this conversation before. We do this shit with each other like every month. We do this like Q&A about like, so we like basically review our month and making sure that we know each other, and like understanding if there's problems and trying to fix them and be better for each other and all that. So, what are your top 5 favorite foods that I've made you?
I might have to say.
What's number 1? I'm excited. Are you going from 5 and up?
I think so.
Okay, so he's going from 5 to 1. So, stay tuned for number 1. I'm excited to hear this because I haven't asked him this question in a minute. Since we were in cold water, actually. All right, big man. Number 5. What's number 5?
Number 5. I might have to say. Taco salad.
Taco salad places number 5. Okay. Number 4? What's number 4?
4. Chicken quesadillas.
Chicken quesadillas in number 4. Okay. Now I'm curious, really curious about what number 1's gonna be. I kind of almost got an idea of what number 1's gonna be, but I don't want to say it because I don't want him to be like, yeah, that's what number 1 is. What's number 3?
I mean, you made.
I'll make good food.
Yeah.
What's number 3, baby? Rewind. We got quesadillas and taco salad and quesadillas. So taco salad is number 5. Quesadillas are number 4. What comes in number 3, baby? We're on number 3.
Damn. It's kind of hard. have to say the
Purple. Did you say purple?
No,
I was like purple. What I made purple? Have I made
Um,
something that was purple? I don't think so.
I mean,
Ah! Y'all getting to see the real Kev because he's really thinking about all the meals I made for him, and he's like, damn, they're all so good. Which one do I say?
yeah.
But he knew the top two contenders were that taco salad and the motherfucking quesadillas. Those were the two first ones that hit his brain. Say the ones that are hitting your brain, babe.
They made that before Thanksgiving meal.
Oh,
Pre-Thanksgiving.
that ham and homemade mac and cheese and green bean casserole and oh my god, we had so much food. I'll say so. Every it's called pre-Thanksgiving meal. Like that's what my grandma used to call it, and so it was the pre-Thanksgiving meal. So that's number 3. Okay, what's number 2? There's one you haven't mentioned, and I know for a fact you tore it up.
What?
No, I'm not telling you because you're gonna be like, yeah, that one, yeah. I love that laugh, baby. Why you laugh like that?
Yeah, it's funny. Damn, I know you talking about it too. I can't remember what it was.
How you know what I'm talking about, but you can't remember what it was. But you tore it up. You went back for seconds.
With the
And it was a big ass plate too. You had a big old plate of it. I could think of 2 things that you ate the hell down on.
What's that?
Steak bites and mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. And then also my chicken and dumplings. With mashed potatoes and corn. Because you ate the fuck down on that. You had 3 bowls of that shit. I never seen a big man eat like that. What was that other meal that you had ate down on? You came back for seconds. You're like, is there seconds? Remember what I'm talking about? Oh, and then there was a meal where you were like, if there was seconds, I would have went back and got it. You remember? You were sitting right here on the couch. You're like, I wish there were seconds. I would have went back for more. Biscuits and gravy. And my biscuits and gravy, he liked that shit too. So what's number 2?
I got better though.
I know, yeah. Oh my god, I know my gravy has finally gotten to a decent consistency. And I've been very open and honest. My gravy was not the best. It was very. It was but now it's getting there. It's getting there. It's giving. But what's number 2, babe? So we got taco salad, quesadillas, the before Thanksgiving meal. Number 2. We're waiting on number 2, babe. And number 1.
Steak bite.
The steak bites, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. Okay. What's number 1? I made an Italian Olive Garden Italian dressing turkey for Thanksgiving, and that turned out bomb as fuck. That thing has so much butter in it, though. It could probably have clogged an artery or two.
Yeah.
Get him, babe. Get him. Ooh. Man.
But
Damn, babe, you taking like 20 minutes to answer this question. I didn't think it was gonna take 20 minutes.
shit, we on the spot, big woman. For real.
Thank you for all the taps. We're at 15.4K. Holy shit. Y'all have been tapping away. Y'all been tapping away. Okay, y'all eating this live up. Okay, period. Fuck with it. Keep it a stat. Cross him up, babe. Get him, babe. You had him, babe.
I followed him.
Oh, man.
Actually, you made those steak tacos. Those was good.
The steak tacos were good. Oh, yeah, you did eat them motherfuckers up. Oh, my God. You ate 3 sets of those motherfuckers. You were, like, pouring hot sauce all over it.
Man.
He said, big woman, these were so good. As he was chomping down. You know when he's doing this? It's good. That's when you know something's good. Because he's like... I'm like, is it good? Or like, is it good? But yeah, that's kind of Q&A with Cici and Kat. More about me. It's your turn to ask a question, you big fluffy man. Normally he goes, okay, big fluffy woman.
What is 5 things you love about me?
What's 5 things I love about him? Okay. I'm glad he asked that question because, baby, I got 101. Okay. No, let me stop playing because a lot of people going to get mad at me for talking like that. Okay.
101. You got 101 things?
Yeah. So he said 5 things that I love about him. So number 1 has always been his patience. He is such a patient man. He is just patient as could be. Like, he could sit here, like, and you could be crying and he can just listen to you. You could be mad about something that somebody else did, or you just be mad in general, and he'll just listen to you, and then he'll be like, do you want a hug? Like,
I don't care.
I just love that about him so much. Like, his patience has been always one of my favorite things about him that I love so fucking much, because patience is such a hard thing for me to do. Like, I don't have very good patience. So Kevin has taught me how to be patient, how to remain calm in instances where normally I'd be riled up. And I admire that so much about him. Number 2 is his kindness, his kindness of others. Like, we'll be in the store and he'll see somebody struggling to get something up off the top shelf, or he'll be seeing a lady struggling to get some water or something, and he just is automatically there. He's like, we saw this lady trying to get this crib one time. This is just an instance of him being kind. We saw this lady trying to get a crib with her mom into a cart. They just couldn't get it in there. And me and Kevin helped them put the cart, like the baby bed into the cart. And they were like, that's so sweet of y'all. Y'all just stopped immediately as soon as y'all seen us struggling, and it was just like right on it. Like, and that's just our hearts. And I love that so much about us because I like helping others. That's been my thing since I was little. Like, I like to help others. I like helping others. So his ability to be kind and help others. That's my second thing that I love about him. So his patience and his kindness and ability to help others. The third thing that I love so fucking much, I don't know, is that considered two? Ability to help others? I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I have 101. Probably more than that, honestly. But his personality, when he laughs or smiles, it just lights up a whole fucking room. Like, his personality is just, like, it's just him. And, like, I've never met anybody like Kevin. Kevin is just Kevin. He's just big fluffy man. He's just my baby, and I love him so much. Like, just his personality in general. Like, his smile, definitely, for sure. If there's a physical trait that I love about him so much, it's his smile. Like, I don't know if y'all seen his Get Ready With Me. I said, count how many times he maximum tucked. And I'm talking about the lip thing. I don't know how he does it, but it's so fucking cute. That is, like, one of my biggest, like, I love that about him. Like, his lips are so luscious. Like, y'all, look. Smile, big man. Do the maximum tuck. Do the maximum tuck, man. Hold on, I got you. I'll get him to do the maximum tuck. Hey, big man. Hey, big man.
Yeah.
Remember when we did the cross, the hangman up there on the thing? Yeah. And you had trouble figuring out what that last one was? Mm-hmm. What did it say? Wait, hold on. No. I got one that's gonna make him fucking die. What your nephew says, since you don't have dreads no more? Look at that maximum tuck.
You know why you ain't no more.
That you were what?
A granddad.
Oh shit. That shit was fucking funny. When he came home and told me that shit was fucking hilarious. He said, big woman, I gotta get my dreads back. I'm not what'd you say, babe?
I said, I'm not why you ain't no more.
Oh my god, that shit cracked me up. He said, nephew said that I was a grandpa with my afro. I said, oh my god, that is hilarious. I was laughing so hard. That was fucking hilarious. Yes. It was hilarious as fuck. I was laughing so bad. That was... Oh, and then when he fell out the bed...
Listen. They was to grab you. He said, what the...
No! I didn't even know you were gonna do that. I didn't even know you were falling or nothing. You just literally... I swear you were like... All I seen you do was get up in the bed, and then all of a sudden... You wasn't in the bed no more, and all I heard was pow.
Just looked over and said,
I said, what the fuck? And he's like, big woman, you didn't try to catch me.
For real?
I didn't know that he was gonna fall out like that. That was so freaking hilarious. I was on the fucking floor. That was fucking hilarious, babe. Yeah, that was... Yes, it was. And even you was laughing. You was laughing so hard. I said, on this episode of Big Man Down. Remember when you beat up the cheese, big man? What you say, babe? You looked up at me and you go, you think the cheese is still good?
I don't know what ass we gave.
I said, not after the ass beating you just gave. Oh shit, that was funny, wasn't it, babe?
Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious. I think we need a podcast, babe. We need a podcast just to talk about life. Like, I just want to point out that I did end up selling my iPad because Kevin decided to accidentally throw it against the wall, and well.
Listen, it's not even like that. It was under the cover. I was under the cover.
And we was trying to make the bed.
Yeah,
and
I moved the cover. That's when the iPad flew.
But he wasn't gonna tell me that he bent it till I realized.
I was scared.
Why? Because I value that iPad a lot. Yeah, he was like, I was like, big man, come look. And he was like, what happened? I was like, it's bent. He played like he didn't know at all. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's broken. But I was like, fuck it. It's just a fucking materialistic item. Like, I swear we don't fight like that. We do not.
And then you were like, I know who did. It was you.
Because I figured it out. I was like, well, where was the last time that I had it that it wasn't bent? I was like, the bed. And the where I picked it up from was the floor. I was like, you was the one who threw the blanket on the floor and threw my iPad. But we just laughed it off. It was like, and that's the thing. Like, everybody thinks that me and Kev fight or I fight Kevin or whatever. I don't know. But this light is hot. Do you feel the heat coming from this hole? But, so basically, like, everybody thinks that I, like, fight Kevin or we fight all the time or whatever. I don't know. But, no. We just laugh that shit off. Like, we're such a humorous couple, and I wish that people could see, like, inside details of our life, like, how we be laughing and joking and just really just... He's, like, literally over here shaking his head, yeah. Like, we were just laughing and joking. We talk about how nephew was talking about the fucking polar bears. Kevin put him up for adoption and took him to the fucking polar bears. Remember that, babe?
Yeah, I was just playing with him.
What'd he say, babe? How he said it?
He said, you took me, you let me, you put me up for adoption. Now I'm with the polar bear.
He ate me, and now I'm living in my Asia with the penguin.
Man, what?
Oh shit! Like, I love our relationship so much, babe. Like, I really love our relationship so fucking much. It's so, like, unproblematic for real. Like, the most things that I get on his ass about is taking his pills on time for his blood pressure, because he has high blood pressure. And to be honest with you, when his mom mentioned something about his blood pressure, it was like, oh shit, man, he hadn't been taking his blood pressure pills. Well, we knew that I kind of knew he had stopped taking them, because I picked him up one day and was like, babe, you know these are expired, right? I was like, you might want to call your doctor and get some new ones. But he never did call the doctor. I asked him a couple times, like right before she came over that day. I was like, I asked him a couple times the day before and the day before that, are you going to call the doctor and get your prescription, like, renewed, because these are expired? You need to be taking your medicine. Well, I didn't realize he hadn't been taking them previously at all either. So, like, but I kind of do be on his ass about his medicine, because I hate the fact that he don't be taking his medicine, and it be really irritating me. I be telling him I'm gonna snitch to his doctor that he don't be taking his medicine on time. I'm like, but you gotta take your pills. Stop playing with me. And so, yeah. And he had that condition before we got together, before anybody tries to make a thing like, Cici gives Kevin high blood pressure. Cici gave Kevin high blood pressure. No, Cici didn't give Kevin nothing. Kevin had those pills before we even got together. He should know how to take his own medication on time. But a good little friendly reminder doesn't hurt nobody. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of our life right now. It's kind of what we've been going through. Kind of a little insight of our relationship, on how we are with each other. We're fucking hilarious. Like, we're just something else. Our relationship is like no other. He's even said to me, like, babe, I never had nobody who loved me like you do. And I literally feel the same way. Like, our love is unmatched with each other. And I love it so much for us. Like, the fact that our love is unmatched is like, there's a million different men out here, and I would choose Kevin over every single one of them. Like, real shit. I love him so much with all my heart. And there's a million girls out here, and he still chooses to be with me. So I count that as a blessing. Although this light's finna go off because that shit's hurt my head, and it's also very hot. I almost feel like I'm getting a sunburn. But yeah, I just want y'all to know I love you guys. And unfortunately, since there's a lot of toxicity on this app, we gotta keep our comments off, because obviously this was a good live. This was a good live for me. This was positive. This was interactive. Unfortunately, oh, thank you for the roses. Thank you so much for the heart me, by the way. Hi, Booka. Hi, Tuka. You okay? You want your robe? Go get your robe on. You want something to drink? No? Okay. You okay? You want some more lasagna? What? You want a breakfast burrito? Huh? You want cereal? Okay. He woke up hungry, y'all. He said, let me wake up and get some cereal. But alright, you guys. I love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next live. Babe, what we say to him? Much peace, much love, much happiness. And we'll see you in the next one.